After the worst week possible for Scottish football, it's time for the best derby in the world. Welcome back to Fog Football. And this is your SPFL Matchday 4/5 if you're in the lower leagues, not the Premiership. I'm looking forward to it.
If you're in the leagues that don't matter, right, it's Matchday 5. And this, it gives me, it's a security net. It's a security blanket, so to speak, because we go into this weekend knowing that at least if a Scottish team gets pumped, they're getting pumped by another Scottish team. So, there's going to be no Scotland 7, Europe 237 on aggregate. We know that if there's a hefty scoreline, it is going to be on the receiving hands of a Scottish side. So, that's the positives.
It's a win-win, it's a lose-lose, it's whatever. But we're looking at League 2, right? I know it's Old Firm week, it's Old Firm day on Sunday, but it's League 2 first.
I am sure there's the equivalent of an Old Firm rival in League 2. But what I will say is about the Old Firm derby, right? I'm not saying this is a factor as to why it's so big, but can you not argue because they're the two biggest clubs in Scotland, they will always be in the top flight? Whereas there is other derbies in Scotland that maybe necessarily don't happen every year due to one of the teams maybe going through good periods and one of the teams going through bad periods. Like even the Edinburgh derby, right? You would say that realistically Hearts and Hibs should never be getting relegated.
Yep.
But we've seen over the past decade that Hearts have been relegated twice and Hibs have been relegated once.
Unacceptable.
So, and I know Rangers spent a bit of time doing, but you look at the Dundee derby, right? We don't really view the Dundee derby in the same level as the Edinburgh derby, but maybe if the Dundee derby was constantly happening every year, it would be a bigger thing. Is there logic to that?
Yeah, but I think there's also logic in here if it didn't happen I think it works both ways for me.
So you think the Old Firm derby would be better if Rangers and Celtic maybe only played each other once every 5 years? Or were in the same league once every 5 years?
No, that's different.
How's that different?
Because I think England playing Scotland's better when it's it happens once every blue moon.
And we're not talking about England, Scotland, we're talking about...
Yeah, and I think I'd rather if there was 20 teams in the league and you only played each other twice rather than the whole 4.
No, do you think the Dundee derby is more important when, let's say, maybe Dundee and Dundee United end up in the same league maybe once every 5, 6, 7 years? Or do you think it would be better and more important to have more prestige if Dundee and Dundee United were really good and weren't getting relegated and were constantly in the same league every single season? That's the point I'm trying to make.
It depends on your opinion. For me, it's... I don't know. I can't answer it. I'm not a Dundee fan or a Dundee United fan. But, it's like when Celtic and Rangers didn't play each other for, 4 years? And then Rangers knocked them out.
That must have been the only time Rangers won against them in that period.
Aye, in the Cup.
Anyway, we're here to talk about League 2. I just thought I'd make that point there that I think that if your rivalry is constantly happening every single season, then it's going to be more important.
Hit me with the rivalries in League 2. You know about them, so hit me with them. Is there 4 and 8?
Let's just move on.
Let's just move on, right? Anyway, the league table, this is pretty... I know it's only 4 games in, but pretty hotly contested. With 8 teams in there. But anyway, let's go into the 5 games. Are you ready?
Oh no, I'm looking for rivalries. Well, Spartans are in Edinburgh, and any other clubs close to Edinburgh? Not really. Clyde are on the outskirts of Glasgow, so Clyde versus...
Clyde and Dumbarton's close enough, right? Anyway.
Right, that's it. That's the derby. We picked it. Clyde, Dumbarton. Can't wait for it. When's it happening? Give me a date. Maybe it's already happened. Who knows?
Might have already happened. But Bonnie Rose, the new... Whoa! Bonnie Rose taking on Elgin. I'm going to go with Bonnie Rose 2-0.
What was the need for the ho-ho there?
Because I was going to read out the park name and I went, no, I'm not going to do that for every team.
New Dundas Park?
Aye, but then I have to read it out for it. Well, I don't technically have to, but I'm going 2-0 Bonnie Rig.
I'll go 1-0 Bonnie Rose. I want to talk about Clyde Stadium though. What do you make of New Douglas Park? Seems like they've just ripped off Hamilton Academicals Park.
Sounds like
which was called Douglas Park.
Now it's the new Douglas Park.
There was a question on that and beat the pundit and they got it wrong because they didn't realise there was a new Douglas Park. I don't know, I don't like that.
True, but it could be. I don't know why Clyde's called that.
Anyway, I think Clyde will get beat. I'm going to go 2-1-4 for.
I'm going 1-0 Clyde because why not, right? Dumbarton, I think Dumbarton easily the best team in this league. They're going to pick it up right here.
Are you writing down these predictions, by the way?
Don't need written down, mate. 4-1 Dumbarton.
I'll go 3-0.
Right? Oh, Stranraer against Peterhead. I'm going to go for 2-0.
That's a shite football stadium name, isn't it? Dumbarton Football Stadium.
I think I was going to say Stair Park was a shit.
No, but it's a bit bland, isn't it? Just the name of the fucking club, then football stadium.
Well,
I don't like that.
It's no ideal, but come on, man. Dumbarton. Well,
Would you like
DFS.
What would you prefer?
DFS.
What would you prefer, Ibrox Stadium or the Rangers Football Stadium?
Well, Celtic
Football
Celtic
Stadium.
Park's a bit pish, you could argue.
It is pish. I think Parkhead sounds better.
I think it does too.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
That's alright then. Right, anyway, moving on. The Spartans against Stenhousemuir.
Well, according to that email, not only is the Celtic Park name pish, but it also smells a bit pishy in there. Like,
I don't want to think about that, man. We're trying to talk about predictions, no pish. But
what do you think's more important for Celtic to bring this weekend? Soap or goals?
well, none of their fans are going, so soap will not be needed.
Oh.
Anyway, Spartans. I'm going to go 2-0 Spartans.
The way Rangers are playing, they might only need one goal. Aye, Spartans. I'll also go. Did I give my Stranraer prediction?
No, you
Peterhead?
did,
No, I didn't. I'm gonna go 1-0. I'm gonna go 3-0 Stranraer. I think Peterhead are a bad lot.
Stranraer. Peterhead no top.
Aye, they are, but I don't think they'll be there come the end of the season.
Aye, fair enough.
It's a false reading. We're only 4 games in, right? I'm gonna go Stranraer 3-0, and I will go with the Spartans, who are one of my favourites to win this league. I'm gonna go Spartans 2-1 against Stenhousemuir. That's
Fair
my
enough.
predictions right there.
We now move into League One.
Did we not have a look at the league table?
We've already looked at the League Two table, mate. We've already talked. We're doing the table first, right? We're spicing things up.
I don't like spice, but
Right. Fun fact: Hamilton are the only team across Britain to not concede a goal so far.
well, that's because they're fucking Hamilton, isn't it? As Brian Rice once said, famously.
Famously indeed, right? So it looks like already the top 2 teams that I think will finish top 2 are pretty much in the top 2 places.
Well, the top 3 teams that I think will finish top 3 are in the top 3 places, so. Although I did say last week that Queen of the South need to improve defensively, and that is still the case. You can't be conceding 5 goals in 2 games at home.
No.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because it is a very small
I like
sample
to give
pool.
my Marvin Bardley's the benefit of the doubt, Clay.
I like Marvin Bartley, and I think he's stuck on Beat the Pundit with a Super Scoreboard Live with a fucking shite co-host.
Simon Donnelly, what's his name?
Simon Donnelly or Liam Donnelly. What a
No,
boring bastard.
he is. I'm sorry, man. He is absolute shite.
I'd be depressed. Imagine having to manage Queen of the South, then going on a Wednesday night and being partnered with him.
I know. No wonder he was dressing properly, trying to get the Hibs job. They were like making fun of him because they don't want to fucking sit beside him. That's why. It's the real reason he wants the Hibs job. No one actually wants the Hibs job, but come on, man.
Would you give him the Hibs job?
I mean, compared to other people that could get it, like, well, if you give it to Lee Johnston, why can't this guy get it?
I still think Neil Lennon should get it.
Who was like today? Some other guy, Montgomery, managing.
Although I would offer Derek McKinn's the job, like, but I just don't know if he'd take it. I think you look at the security factor. But look, we'll talk more about the Hibs job when we get to that. Let's talk about League One. Alloa, Cove Rangers. I'm going to go a 1-1 draw here at the Indodrill Stadium.
Indodrill. I'm going to go 2 each.
Moving on, Edinburgh City, Falkirk. I am going to go with a Falkirk win.
2-1.
That's exactly the same scoreline I was going to say.
Oh, Kelly Hearts on Athletic. 3-0 Kelly Hearts.
I'll go 2-0 Celtic. Celtic? 2-0 Kelty.
Spoiler. Right. Palmerston Park will get Queen of the South against Montrose.
I like that. Palmerston Park. That's just a good wee name.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Queen of the South.
Is there a video ranking every Scottish Premiership state, every Scottish SPFL stadium?
Nah, you managed to get out there.
I know, sorry.
Well done. I'm going Queen of the South 3-0 though. There is. Someone does ranking videos of them.
I'm going to go 3-0 as well.
Right, and then we've got Stirling Albion.
Well, maybe we could contact Footy Adventures since he's been to most of them.
He visited them on one day.
Not possible.
He did. Yeah, I made a fit on it. I'm pretty sure it was in one day. It's possible.
It'd be a long fucking day.
Of course it would be. No, I didn't fucking deny it would be a long
42
day.
times he has to get out his car and go and touch the stadium or some shit like that.
Yeah, but it's not. We're not talking America here.
I suppose at least he doesn't need to do a round trip. He could just start for the northern stadium. Then I don't know.
It was maybe it was more in a day, like, but he did it within a period of time. Anyway, last game.
Can he fuck off now and go and visit the stadiums in Qatar or something?
Potentially, but will he be visiting the Fourth Bank Stadium? I don't know, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Hamilton are going to concede, and it's going to be late.
I don't like the fourth, but it just sounds too similar to Food Bank for my liking. But will there be any scraps for Hamilton at the Food Bank Stadium?
We're fucking Hamilton.
I'm gonna go with Hamilton to concede their first goal of the season, and I'm gonna go Stirling Albion 2, Hamilton Academical 2.
2 each draw, fair enough. Up next, we've got the Championship League table.
Well, we said Queen's Park were doing lucky last year, pushing above their weight, and that they would never be in that position again. Fast forward with 3 months, 4 months, and they are in that position again, albeit only 4 games in, and they have played a game more than the people you'd expect them to be competing against. So, yeah, it's a false reading, but they've had a good start to the season. 9 points out of 10 is not bad. No guarantee that they will be overtaken this weekend. Can Queen's Park mount a title challenge? That's what everybody wants to know. And by everybody, I mean about 2 people, but
I think
still.
there's about 6 teams in this league. Oh, I say 6. I mean, I think every team apart from Arbroath could actually do something.
So you're not a big fan of Dick Campbell?
It's not that. I just think they're a step below the rest.
Possibly. I mean, yeah, I look at.
When I say league, I mean more like, playoffs. I don't mean like Inverness or Morton's going to win the league.
So you can't see Arbroath getting the playoffs?
No.
Interesting.
Can you though? Can you? But we're going to go in to the predictions.
Won it a couple of years ago, so I.
Alright, fair enough. But we're going to October. We don't need to go to October because we've got Arbroath taking on Ayr United. I'm not backing Dick Campbell at Gayfield Park. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Ayr.
Now we've talked about shite stadium names.
This probably takes the biscuit, doesn't it?
I'd be getting that changed straight away.
Yeah, but I'm going for 2-1 Ayr.
Unless it's in Edinburgh, then people fucking probably love it. But nah, I'd be getting that changed in the morning. I'm going to go away. Nah, Arbroath I think are good at home. I'm going to go Arbroath 1-0. Boom. You heard it here first. Dick Campbell masterclass.
Fair enough.
1-0.
Right, we've got Tannadice. Dundee taking on Airdrieonians. I'm going with Airdrieonians 2-1. I'm backing Airdrie every week.
I'm going Dundee United 3-1, but I think Airdrie will be pushing for the playoffs this season. Definitely had a great last 6 months. They've been arguably one of the form teams in the entire pyramid scheme. So, I mean...
Pyramid scheme?
What do I call it? Like, I don't know.
Well, the footballing pyramid scheme...
Like a collection brew thing, or
no, it's more
benefits?
Like, the jobber's working 9 to 5 at the bottom, the man at the top making all the money.
Which one are we in that equation?
Well, I'm not in the pyramid and you're at the bottom. I'm at the door, not allowed in.
I'm at the bottom of the pyramid, you didn't even get on the pyramid then?
Aye,
fair enough. Greenock Morton at the Capello Park versus Partick Thistle. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw.
Monotone. I'm going to go for 2-1 Partick Thistle.
Unless they sub on Chris's Morton, then maybe he'll get a nice wee 93rd minute goal where he twirls his body around and takes it past 8 defenders.
That might happen.
You know, 'cause that was a belter of a story. So
I remember that, Chris. Shout out to Chris's Morton TV. What a man. Right, I'm going 2-1 Partick.
I am going 2-2. Moving on to Inverness, Caledonian Thistle. I think it's too early to say that Billy Dodds needs to win this to save his job, but I mean, another defeat, especially at home. Pressure will begin to pile up.
Just going off topic, remember we talked about here if Inverness beat Celtic, they were getting the guaranteed spot. What the fuck would the scores have been if Inverness were in?
And they had a chance of getting the playoffs as well.
Yeah, Inverness against Frankfurt. Come on, man.
I'd like to see it.
Right, I'm going to go for 2-0 Dunfermline, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Billy Dodds. I think your pain is going to continue. I don't think there's going to be any relief on Saturday. I'm going to go Inverness, Caledonian Thistle 1, Dunfermline 2.
Fair enough. And then into the final game, we've got Raith Rovers taking on Queen's Park. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
I'm going to go Queen's Park. Screw it. Queen's Park 1-0.
I think you'd do a very good job at guessing all 5 of these results correct.
Championship's like a fucking rock, paper, scissors, or roll of the dice, or flip of the coin.
I tell you what, talk about a 2-sided dice. We've got the Scottish Premiership, and there is your league table. Celtics at joint with St Mirren and
I'm not having that. Celtic and Rangers are pish this season.
Yeah, but no one's going to be there at the end.
I hope someone is, just to prove you wrong. I'll tell you, it'll not be Hearts, that's for sure.
We welcome the chase, all right?
Can you really be getting chased if you're in 4th place?
What Hibs doing? I mean, come on.
Yeah, what are managerless Hibs doing? Like, when are they going to appoint a new manager? Do you think they'll wait till after this Aberdeen game? Do you think they'll probably... I don't think they're going to appoint someone before the summer break. They'll probably just let David Gray take control of this game, and then I believe over the 2-week period where Scotland are playing, that is when they will appoint a manager. They were out against Aston Villa. There really was no point in them rushing, getting somebody in. Plus, you could argue that going to Pittodrie is a difficult game anyway. And not to be negative, but maybe they're kind of just conceding that game already and thinking that they would rather bring a manager in. I don't know what their first fixture is after.
I think it's Hearts or something.
Well, I would assume it's going to be easier than Pittodrie away. There's not...
It's another tough away game. I can't actually remember.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. But like, I think we will wait until probably the 2nd week of the international break, or maybe the 1st week. Who's it going to be? I still think Neil Lennon's the man.
Well, my problem with Hibs is they're just conceding goals for fun. Like yeah, right. They conceded 8 against Villa. I mean, I think that's not an anomaly. But...
Yeah, but it's not like they've been ripped apart. It's crosses. I think a decent manager and trainer will sort that out in a ball.
What?
I don't think...
I'll disagree with that to a degree.
No, I don't think Hibs are fundamentally broken. I think...
No, they are. Fish is fucking shite. If any, I actually watched the Hibs Motherwell game. He was getting turned in and out, and as soon as Davy Gray comes in, I'm pretty sure he wasn't in the squad against Villa. Fish is pish. Anyone with the name Fish can't do anything. Fish out of water.
It's almost as bad as Bobby Fish.
I know, it fucking is. Fish. Anyway, it's time to look at the fixtures across the 2 days, but we'll kick off with Saturday first of all. Kelly, who looked great, and then they went and lost to Motherwell. Absolutely cost my bet, so I'm going to go for a 1-0 Kelly win.
Yeah,
Plastic pitch reckons.
Would have liked to have looked at the league table a wee bit more and talked about the form of the teams, but nah, let's just get straight into the fixtures. Sure, why not? Kilmarnock, Ross County. I'll go with a Kilmarnock win.
Oh, hold on. Where's your team sitting in the league table? Don't I go back? I know you want to turn it over for that reason, but there you go. Where's Hearts? 5th.
I can't believe that Kilmarnock are down in 7th after everyone bumping them up about what a great start to the season. Yeah,
it's just the start of the league, though.
A late defeat against Motherwell has kind of put them in a bad spot. You got Aberdeen down the bottom, Hibs down the bottom. I did say that Barry Robson this season is going to prove that he shouldn't have been given the Aberdeen job, and I stand by that. I don't think he should have got the Aberdeen job. I want to see Aberdeen, Hearts, Hibs, these teams to just be more ambitious. Stop hiring the same fucking shite.
Let's just see, though, how Aberdeen cope with getting pumped in Europe.
Like, Barry Robson and Stephen Naismith should not have been given those jobs. These are entry-level managers. How the fuck are they coming in at the 3rd and 4th biggest club in Scotland?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. I think Stephen Naismith, Barry Robson should be starting off in like League One or something. Look at Barry Ferguson. He started off in Alloa.
Yeah.
Or was it or Cove Rangers?
Some pish team like that, aye.
Point is, right, normally why were these two... And at least with Barry Robson, at least you could argue, well, Barry Robson got results. What did Stephen Naismith get? Fuck all, and they just saddle him with another 2 idiots that don't know what they're doing.
We don't want food.
Then you got Barry Robson, a guy that was never a great player, a guy that never really done anything in his career, a guy that's never shown any signs of being a good coach. He gets chucked in, and you know what? I think anybody could. The team was defeated when Jim Goodwin was there. Me or you could have took over that Aberdeen side and they would have started picking up wins.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit similar to Claudio Ranieri. The guy's come in, he's got some decent results, and he's went on a bit of a lucky run, but his luck's ran out. I don't know if he'll be sacked. Fuck it, he will. I'm going to say Barry Robson doesn't make it to the end of the season as Aberdeen manager. That's my prediction.
Fair enough. But we're moving in to the fixtures, right? Kelly, Ross County. I'm going 1-0 Kelly.
I'm going 1-0 Kelly as well. I don't think they'll concede.
Remember I said Goodwin wouldn't make August? No, it's September.
Oh, that was a bad prediction, wasn't it?
Yep, it was. Right, so you're going with what?
1-0 Kelly, same as you, snap.
Oh yeah, right. Livingston against St Mirren. St Mirren can go top of the league.
I hope they do.
Joel Newbley is not left. It's broken Davy Martindale's heart that he's not been able to sell his best player.
Well, he did come out today and say that he wouldn't even entertain the idea of selling him there. So I don't fucking understand what's going on with David Martindale. Now, does he mean by that it's too late? If he sells him today, they haven't got enough time to replace him?
Livingston, who are Livingston's going to replace a guy? They don't have any money.
The whole thing's a bit embarrassing. Well, obviously they'd be getting money from him.
Aye, they're not spending. But here, an away game at Ibrox is keeping the electricity on, he said.
It's a fucking mess. If that's the case, and I don't want Livingston, no offence to Livingston, but they shouldn't be in the top flight.
No.
If they're relying on getting drawn against Rangers in the Cup, like most teams would be like, oh, fuck, I don't want to go to Ibrox. Yet Davy Martindale's praying for Ibrox to come out the draw because...
He's a fucking troll. He wants the hardest games and he wants his best players to be sold. What's he doing?
Sucker for punishment, if you ask me. Will he be punished, though, at the Tony Macaroni tomorrow?
Yes, I'm going with St Mirren 3-1.
I'm going to go 2-1 St Mirren. I do think this could be the year where Livingston maybe get relegated.
Livingston are weird, though. They're not a club. Like, on paper, what we've talked about, they should go down and theoretically never come back up because there's just no money.
But what I will say is I think they're one of those clubs that when they do go down, we will not see them again.
You think that?
Aye.
Fair enough. Right, McDermott Park. This is the two relegation teams, I think, along with Livingston. I think St Johnstone, if they lose this, I think they're down.
Oh, fuck off. That early?
Aye.
I won't go that far. Like.
Actually, no, they drew against Celtic. I forgot about that.
Celtic are pissed. What does that mean? I could draw against Celtic. 11 me's.
I'm going to go for 1-1 here.
I think St Johnstone will be on a high, but I think Dundee's also had a pretty decent start to the season as well. I'm actually going to, I don't want to copy, but I am going to go 1-1 because why not?
Why not? There's the ambulance sirens outside. But
could that ambulance be for the loser of this Old Firm game on Sunday?
They were talking about in Clyde Sutter scoreboard about, right, who would the pressure be on more if they ever lost? And for me, it would be Beale.
Yeah, it would be Beale because I think if Rangers beat PSV, I think you can argue it'd be Rodgers. But the fact Rangers have been embarrassed at PSV, Beale's been in the job a lot longer than Rodgers has. Celtic are already ahead of Rangers in the league and the tie is at Ibrox. It's plainly obvious the pressure's on Beale.
Yeah, like, if Celtic win 4 points, if Rangers win, they're ahead by 2. That's a big difference this early at this stage of the season. Make no mistake about it, but I mean, are they just saying that to get a bit of conversation going? They seem impartial, or do they genuinely think that?
And it's the manner of defeat as well. Obviously, I'm not saying either set of fans will be happy with a defeat, but I think if it's a close game and it's like a 50-50 game and it's back and forward and one team just happens to lose, whether it be like 3-2 or 2-1, that's not the same as getting beat 3 or 4-0.
No. Problem is, though, there is an international break and whoever loses...
2 weeks of feeling sorry for yourself.
And then it's straight in.
Hold on, you're the Rangers fan. You tell me, if Celtic turn up to Ibrox here and smash Rangers 4-0...
I think Beale's got to go.
Simple as that?
Yeah. I've lost patience now. The same pish that Gio came out with last year about, the squad's... The squad is fucking not really delivering. He's brought in Danilo. 6 million. I don't even think the guy's even going to start.
I actually think the Rangers squad's weaker this year than it was last year.
No, but it's weird. I agree, but I think on paper, like the names that they've brought in for the fees, it looks better than what it is compared to last year where you had a lot of frees.
You can say it looks better, but fuck me, Dessers is pish. Danilo's done nothing.
And they haven't brought in the areas they've needed, and that's defensively.
They're relying on Matondo. They're relying on Matondo as their main man. Fuck me, what? Oh, Matondo's found his form now. The guy's pish.
Beale is a lucky man that Ange left.
Ah, yes,
Forget
because...
about fucking Jota. It's all about Ange.
Because I think if Ange was still there, Celtic would be rocking up here to Ibrox with 9 points, and I would be strongly favouring...
Cup, probably.
Aye, and I'd be strongly favouring a Celtic win here, but that's not the case. Celtic are rocking up to Ibrox here, playing pish.
No centre backs.
Got Brenda... I know, but I just don't see them scoring. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go Rangers 2, Celtic 0. That's my prediction. I'm a bit less confident because of what happened against PSV,
Right.
which I think's completely fair. But let's be honest, PSV were good. PSV are good. You can see when PSV are on the ball, they've got quality. Just because they rip Rangers apart at times doesn't mean Celtic are going to do that. So yeah, I'm going to go
Point
Rangers
is,
2, Celtic no.
I've seen Rangers play good this season. I haven't really seen Celtic play good.
I don't know if good.
No, Rangers were good against Ross County.
All right, one game.
Right, they were good. They were good in the second half against PSV the first game, even though they got beaten.
Who was better against Kilmarnock? Or would you need
slightly Celtic?
Really?
I'd say so.
I thought they were both shite.
Aye, they were. Doesn't mean one wasn't better though.
Well, I'm going 2-0 Rangers. That's my prediction. And it's not because I think Rangers are good. It's just the way Celtic are playing at the moment. I think they're pants.
Yeah, I think it's must win for Rangers.
I'll tell you what.
Rangers need to win and just put themselves ahead for the mentality alone. If Rangers get beat, it's gonna be Celtic's had a shit start to the season. They're still 4 points clear. Rangers lost 2 out of 4 games.
I'm not
That's
gonna,
unacceptable.
I'm not gonna say something dumb like I think a team outside the Old Firm will win the league this year, because I don't. But
If there ever was.
if there ever was going to be a chance for a team outside the Old Firm, would this not kind of be it? Would you not be looking at both Rangers and Celtic and going, they don't look great? This is the time to at least put pressure on them. We need someone to step up and just try and match them through the first quarter, third of the season. Maybe get 12, 15 games in and be within a win up top. And I'm hoping that's the case. Maybe it'll be St Mirren that can do that.
So put it this way, right? Say St Mirren and Motherwell are up there. Would Rangers and Celtic not just go buy their best players in January and fucking sink their hopes?
I could do that. I suppose that's an option.
I'm going to go for 3-1 Rangers because they're not going to not concede. But I think one of the new players up front is going to click and he's going to get at least 2 goals. And
Do you think Rangers can't go 90 minutes without conceding?
No.
Against a Celtic team?
No.
A Celtic team that hasn't scored a goal in the last 2 games? And so they can't score against Kelly and St Johnstone, but you think that means they're automatically guaranteed to score against Rangers?
Yes, because it will be an open game. Rangers won't not be sitting back, and I think Celtic will.
I think they'll wipe the floor with them.
Rangers.
Aye, but I think they'll do it in a shite manner.
What?
I think Rangers will batter them, but
there'll be no water on the mop.
Aye, I think they're going to
dry mop.
A dry mop. I'm going to go with Rangers to win by a dry mop.
Right. Well, I'm going 3-1 with a slightly damp mop.
Slightly damp mop, right? Okay.
Anyway, that's the Old Firm out the way. Aberdeen at Hibs.
By the way, see if Celtic win 4-0 or something, you're doing the review show by yourself, because.
No, I won't.
Oh, wait, no.
I won't be fucking here to win 4-0, right? Aberdeen Hibs.
Where are you going?
Fucking Chris Benoit town, right? I'm going for Aberdeen to win 1-0.
I don't rate Aberdeen.
No, actually 1-0. No, 3-2.
I don't rate
There's
Aberdeen.
goals in this game.
But, I mean, Hibs. Although I think they probably put on a slightly better performance against Aston Villa there midweek. Still going to go Aberdeen though.
Yeah. What's Davy Gray really going to get them doing, man? Aberdeen are just better. Team's better.
Well, hold on here. Is Davy Gray a possibility for the job?
10-1 he is.
What would need to happen for David Gray to get the job?
Win a couple in a row.
But do you think he's going to have a chance to do that? Or do you think they're going to appoint a new manager on this winter break? Or not winter break, but
International break. I think they will, yeah, personally.
So the only way David Gray could get this job would be if he wins 5-0 on Sunday and then begs the chairman to...
Even if they do win, I don't think that guarantees him the job. There's better options out there.
If he came back against Villa and won 6-0 on the night and then beat Aberdeen, would they got it then?
He deserves a fucking Nobel Prize for that.
Sir David Gray... Wait, he's already this, sir, isn't he?
No, he's not.
Did they not? I thought he got a knighthood, did he not? Or was it just the fans that gave him it?
Fuck off!
No, wait, they call
Thinking about of footballers that don't have sir and you think they give it to fucking him?
I'm pretty sure that's what the Hibs fans call him. Sir David Gray.
They can call him sir, that doesn't mean shit.
So he's not a sir?
No. Fuck off with that.
Right.
But anyway, listen up, sir, because it's your pish team up next and I'm going Motherwell to win 2-1.
I know it. Well, this will be Stephen Naismith's first game technically in charge of the team. I believe, I don't know if the paperwork or whatever will be sorted by Sunday. Is it official or
free
what?
copies of paperwork?
I'd put all 3 copies in the paper shredder.
So what happens to the other 2 now? They just...
Oh no, they still sit there, like, but they're like, I don't know, assistant or whatever, or coach.
Do they have to get a smaller screen on the iPad?
They
since
might have to downgrade to their phone or something. I'm going to go with Hearts 1, Motherwell 1. Unfortunately, I'd love to sit here and say we'll win, but I don't necessarily
Hearts
think
go
we
down?
will. Oh, down to the Championship?
Aye.
Fuck no.
Could Hibs?
Nah.
Aberdeen?
No, Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen, I think are too good to go down again without a COVID season or some shit like that.
Aye, and just
I think that's what it would take.
Well, I tell you what, though.
But then again, I also thought Dundee United were too good to go down last season, so who knows?
Who knows, guys? But that is where we're going to leave you here. That is the predictions.
I'm willing to bet, though, there was nobody, unless you're maybe a Dundee fan, there was no one that predicted Dundee United at the start of the season last year to go down. I don't give a fuck. Nobody predicted that.
No, they were awful.
So,
Not one person predicted. But guys, we'll be back on Sunday night. It'll be an intriguing one. Who'll be happy? Who'll be sad?
I don't know, Scottish football.
It's fucking pish. It could be great and it could be the worst thing ever. But anyway, stay tuned. We'll be back very soon with the Transfer Roundup show. Probably one of the worst transfer deadline days I've ever seen. And not just from, an SPFL perspective. What happened today?
We're waiting on an Aaron Ramsey signing to make us money.
Oh,
I might just fucking lie and say Eden Hazard's joined Rangers. Fuck it.
There you go. But anyway, till
I think I
then.
could Photoshop it.
Maybe. Could you?
That's what I said. Do you think I could Photoshop it?
Microsoft Paint job?
I'll try it.
He'll try it. But till then, peace.